So what are the 5 steps to well-being and how do these relate to yoga? The first one is to be active. And of course yoga is all about stretching, strengthening, relaxing, mobilizing the joints, and everything starts to move. The breath starts to move, our circulation starts to move, our energy starts to move, and we just feel much better for having done movement. But also an essential part of yoga is also relaxation. And when we move the body in a relaxed way, it tends to want to, it feels safer and it wants to move. Probably in ways that we probably didn't even know our bodies could move. We discover quite a lot about ourselves as we practice. Now, another important part of yoga is that sense of connection as we practice, and that's the second step to well-being. We connect with ourselves more deeply. We become more aware of how we're feeling. Might be just the physical sensations in the body. We become aware of where our breathing is in the body, and we just start to connect much more deeply with ourselves and how we're feeling. And of course we connect with the other students in the class, with the community that we create together. So connection helps us to not feel so isolated, and we realise that actually we're part of something much bigger than ourselves, and that helps us to feel much stronger and happier. So another step to well-being is to take notice, and of course you can't help but take notice when you're practicing yoga. You're guided to be aware of the breath and to be aware of what you see around you and within you. And I've just noticed as I'm sitting here that there are some cows have come to visit. So yeah, they're taking notice of what's going on here and have decided to take a different route. So yes, taking notice of what is what's here in the present. So it's all about practicing being mindful in the way that you move, being mindful in how you're treating yourself. Are you moving through life with kindness and compassion for yourself? Being aware of the sounds and the sights around you and the sensations and the smells around you, and all of the senses, they help us to ground in the present so that we're not dragged way back into the past, which is already gone, and we're not worrying about the future, what might never happen, because we're grounded in this very moment, and it's such a relief. Another step to well-being is to learn new skills. And of course, when we're on the mat, we're learning so much about ourselves, and we're learning how to move in a safe way and a kind way. And it is a new skill that we can take off the mat and into our everyday life. Some of the practices that you learn, you will find them really useful to help you when you're not in the class and you just feel like you need some movement and stretching or breathing. And finally, the last step to well-being is to give. So if you give yourself time to be with yourself and to do these grounding practices and to be with others and to enjoy the movement, you're giving yourself a very precious gift, which makes you feel much better in yourself. And of course, when we feel much better in ourselves, everyone around us also benefits. So we give the very best of ourselves to our family, to our community, and to everyone that we meet. So yoga is a very powerful practice that really helps us to feel better. So if you would like to come along to a taster session to find out and to experience what yoga can do for you, then please just contact me today and we'll get you booked in.